What is Mole Day? Mole Day is celebrated annually on October 23rd. It commemorates when Amedeo Avogadro used mole as a unit of measurement. This day is celebrated throughout schools all across America. Now, this isn't an official holiday, but a lot of people are trying to make it well known. Mole Day is typically celebrated at 6:02 a.m. to 6:02 p.m. What is a mole? A mole is not just some animal that we're familiar with that lives in the ground, but in chemistry, it is a unit of measurement for finding out how many atoms, molecules, or even ions there are in any substance. The International System of Units used carbon-12 as a standard of the mole unit. However, this number is going to be the same for every substance. A mole is the amount of a pure substance containing the same number of chemical units as there are atoms and exactly 12 grams of carbon-12, which is 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd. Avogadro's number. A mole is represented as 6.012 times 10 to the 23rd. The number of atoms and other particles is the same for all substances. In other words, 1 mole of a substance is the same for all. It is used to determine many things. For example, 1 mole of oxygen will be the same as 1 mole of carbon. However, they will have 2 different masses. That means the number of grams in 1 mole could be different from one to another. So a mole of any substance is the molecular weight of that substance in grams. Now this number is very large, so it is written this way to make it easier.
Mole concept. Objective: to learn the concept of a mole in relation to Avogadro's number. In our everyday life, we often rely on specific terms of amounts to quickly suggest a number. For example, a dozen eggs tell us that it's 12 eggs. A gross of pencils will be 144 pencils. And a ream of paper is a bundle of 500 sheets. In chemistry, the term amount refers to the number of entities in a sample, and the unit of measurement is the mole. 1 mole is the amount of substance that contains 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd power entities of that substance. The number is Avogadro's number, named after the 19th century Amedeo Avogadro. According to the concept of a mole, the particle can be atoms, molecules, or ionic compounds. For example, 1 mole of carbon containing 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd atoms of carbon. 1 mole of carbon dioxide contains 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd power molecules of carbon dioxide. And 1 mole of sodium chloride contains 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd power ions of sodium chloride. Now, let's look at the concept of the mole in terms of atomic mass. 1 mole of any element has a mass in grams numerically equal to its atomic weight. This principle can be applied to all elements. Let's look at tin, which has an atomic weight of 118.7. The mass of 1 mole of tin will also be about 118.7 grams, implying that 118.7 grams of tin contains 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd power atoms. If we were to apply the concept of the mole in terms of volume, 1 mole of gas at a standard temperature and pressure will occupy a space equal to 22.4 liters. Summary: the number of representative particles in 1 mole is 6.023 times 10 to the 23rd power, a number known as Avogadro's number. The mass of 1 mole of an element is its molar mass.
Moles are an important factor to convert and find out the number of atoms, grams, or even moles there are of an element in relation to each other. So for example, if we were to find out how many atoms there are in 36.0 grams of carbon, we would start off by writing 36.0 grams. Then you would have to multiply that by 1 mole over 12 grams. 12 grams is the atomic mass of carbon. After that, then you would have to multiply that by 6.02 times 10 to the 23rd over 1 mole. The reason that it is set up this way is so that the grams can cancel out and the moles can cancel out, so that all you're left with is the number of atoms. And if we were to figure out this equation, the number of atoms would be 1.8 times 10 to the 24. Conversions. Here's a more easier example. Example number 2 says, how many grams of oxygen in 0.50 moles? To figure this out, you would have to write down 0.50 moles. Then you would multiply that by 16 grams over 1 mole. 16 grams is the atomic mass of oxygen. When the equation is set up like this, the moles cancel out and you're left with 8 grams of oxygen. National Mole Day Foundation. The National Mole Day Foundation is a nonprofit foundation which was created in Wisconsin. It was created to get students more interested in learning about chemistry and encourages teachers to celebrate Mole Day. To get the word out, members come up with ideas like newsletters, merchandise, and t-shirts. It was created in 1991 by Maurice Euler. The annual renewal memberships is only $10. Thank you for watching and happy Mole Day.